Alright, welcome back to Iluvspidrs' Nightmare server. We've had this shut down for the majority of the weekend. We've been making a lot of changes to this thing here. Upgrading things, improving security, just adding new plugins, just all sorts of stuff here. It's literally taken me and the OPs hours and hours of work to upgrade this thing. So I'm going to take you around some of the changes today. Let me go ahead and pull up my list. I have a pretty extensive changelog that I'm going to have in the description on this video, so be sure to scroll down and read it. Now I have made several changes to spawn. I downloaded World Guard because we were having difficulties with griefers who decided, oh, let's blow up spawn. It'll be fun. Thankfully we were able to roll spawn back, but just to save us some inconveniences. I went ahead and griefer-proofed Spawn Town here, which is all these buildings in the spawn area, besides the houses, but the houses have griefer protections too. So if your house is near spawn, I have put some griefer protections on your property, and I'll get into those a little bit later. But basically we made this so nobody besides an OP or an admin, which is me, Ruka, Maria, and Jaxira, can break these blocks. I mean, I can break these blocks. I can put TNT down if I want because I'm the admin of this server and I have the permissions. But let me go ahead and DOP myself here, and I'll show you what kind of changes have come along here. I'll re-OP myself here in a minute. So I am no longer OP, so this is going to treat me as a regular player. So if a brand new player comes here and spawns, they decide, oh, they want to grief and tear stuff up, they can't. So none of this can be destroyed. Nope, you don't have permission, you can't tear down the signs. However, you are allowed to open chests. So I tried World Guard before, but you can go ahead and open these chests here. And this is a book for new players to read if they want some more information. You can open the starter chests. So if a new player gets on, that one happens to be empty, but they can come up and open the starter chests. So let me go ahead and give myself some TNT here. I don't have any in my inventory. It'll be just a second here. Okay, so let's say I'm a griefer and I want to blow spawn to smithereens because a couple have tried. You can't put TNT down, so you don't have permission for that. I mean, nothing's going to work anyway, but... And you can't light things on fire, so I've disabled all fire spread, all lighters. So, you can't do that, and I don't think you can pour water either down in this area. So I'm going to go ahead and put some water down. Nope, you can't do that, so water buckets, lava buckets are a no-no in these protected areas. So let me go ahead and get this out of here. Yes, game, I know I don't have permission, so this is just for demonstration purposes. So this is effectively griefer-proofed. So we're not going to have huge craters in the middle of spawn now, and I've also creeper-proofed Spawn Town too. So if a creeper comes in here and blows up, which has happened to this pavilion several times, it's not going to cause damage. And when you're standing in this area, I have mob damage turned off as well. Because if you're running around spawn and you get killed, I still have the gravestone plugin put in. And if a grave forms here with your stuff in it, you're not going to be able to get your stuff out. So I've pretty much turned off mob damage in this area so that doesn't happen. I don't want anybody, you know, losing their stuff in spawn. And there's a grave here and it's like, oh, I can't get to it because I can't tear down the blocks. So this is a safe zone right here. And you might notice this beacon block right here too. We added this primarily so new users won't get lost. Like if they first spawn, you know, you can just follow the big beacon block and it'll come right back in. And I've also added some custom messages too. If you cross a certain border, a message will pop up to help new users. Like, be sure to read the rule boards in this section, which is this over here and this over here a little bit. And if you walk over here, I've programmed it so it'll say grab a starter chest. Contents are free, 1 per player, please. And this is the community farm. Now I have enabled you to tear down some of the crops. Just be sure to replant them when you're all done. Like for some reason I'm not getting any seeds out of it, and that one gave me 3, so. Just be sure to replant these when you're done. And the beacon block does have sprint on it, so if you're walking around spawn you can sprint pretty quickly. So there's one advantage to having that around here. So if you find you're sprinting all the time around spawn, then that's why. Because we have the beacon block. Alright, now if you've noticed that the ground looks a lot better, I've turned off the snow's ability to stick to this ground in Spawn Town, because it was quite ugly. I didn't like it. And I have added this book at spawn here. It explains the new group system. So if you open this up, it'll go ahead and tell you, you know, please put this book back in the chest once you're done, blah, 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 blah. You know, there's 5 different groups on the server now. Most of you will be in the members group. There's me and new users, or actually the people that first get on. If you've been on here less than a month, or if you've only been on here for a little bit, you'll be in the new user group, which is default. So you go through a bit of a trial phase and you're a new user. And if you prove to be a pretty trustworthy player, you'll eventually be put up to the members group, which have a few more permissions than the new user group. And if you're a new user, you'll have a yellow prefix of new user in front of your name in chat. Now members, pretty much all of you that have been on the server for a while and have proven to be trustworthy are in the members group. You'll have the green word member in front of your name. You'll pretty much have all the permissions and access to all the plugins. Now OPs are Rukamaria and Jaxira currently, so it'll say operator in front of their name in blue. So treat them as you would me, because I do have the power to ban people. I really hope we don't have to ban anybody from now on with these new protections up. Admins is just me. I'll just have the red word admin in front of my name. And there's one special category appellant right here. If you've been banned, if you've had a temp ban from the server before and we let you back on because it was a pretty minor offense, you'll have appellant in front of your name for some time until we decide that you're ready to go back up to member status or new user status. So, and you'll just have an orange prefix appellant in front of your name. So, if you have that one, just be sure to behave and you'll eventually go back to member status. If you find yourself in a position where you have a ban and wish to appeal, just go ahead and contact me on my YouTube account, or you can contact Rukamaria on hers too, because she's an OP. It's just Das Rooks. So be sure to send one of us a private message if you want to appeal ban. And just so you know, we do have a low tolerance policy for rule breaking, as some people have found out. I mean, if you steal like somebody's iron ingot or something like that, it might be forgiven once with a temp ban, but if you go around and steal diamond armor from 4 or 5 different people's houses, or if you grief or troll, then yeah, we can't have you on here because it ruins it for the other players. But you don't have to worry about any of this stuff if you're a legit player, which I know most of you watching this are. And let me go ahead and show you some of the new improvements we've made around spawn here. I've beautified this a little bit. We now have a community smithy up here. Jaxira built this one. It's right across from the public enchanting house. And even though you can't break blocks, buttons will still work, so you'll still be able to get in and out and use anvils. And I've made an exception for furnaces, so you are allowed to come in here and use the community furnaces. Just be sure to be considerate of others. It's the same thing for the enchanting table too. You can still use that. You just can't break any of the blocks in here, neither can creepers, because we had an incident where a creeper blew up here one time. We went ahead and beautified this a little bit more. Now I'll have to show you the rail station here in a minute. And the altars, I put custom messages up on here too for new players. Like if you cross this point, it says dark altar lies below, click the gold block at your own risk. And then the light altar is up here as well. And another thing we've done is I've defined property lines for everybody that pretty much lives near spawn. So, light altar can cure certain illnesses and conditions, so that's for the vampire plugin. I'll tear down those signs there. Now this is Golden Axe's property right over here, just an example. So if you cross the property line right here, it just says welcome to Golden Axe 00's property. And I put griefing protections on here as well, so I can't come over here and light fires. It's not going to work. The fire you do here right there is his, so no fire lighting, no TNT, no lava bucket pouring or anything like that. So there are griefer protections on this property. And Fillmore, Ranger 127, and Skate Cow, your property over there is protected as well. As is this one right over here. And then Passanetta lives right over here. Your property is protected as well. I've protected yours, Sparkman, since you're fairly close to spawn. And I've protected my own house. So you can build on these properties. You just can't use lighters or TNT. Or lava buckets or water buckets. You know, standard griefer tools you cannot use. But you can still place blocks on the properties out here once you're outside of the spawn zone. And I've added a little message for the villager dispenser. I think I got bit by a spider. Spider, go away. It didn't do any damage to me because I'm in the safe zone, but that's just one of the plugins I have installed. So infinite supply of villager dispenser. Hit the button for the villager. So me and Sparkman designed this. I pretty much made it and Sparkman fixed it because I'm a moron when it comes to building things with redstone and rails. And this iron golem's going crazy. I don't know what his problem is. And I put a little window in here because when they breed, the baby villagers wait down here, and when they grow up, they go up through this tunnel here and go down the tunnel. Leave me alone, iron golem. Yes, I know I've killed several villagers, but geez, aren't you overreacting a little bit? So, yeah, mob damage is turned off, so you don't have to worry about them. Because they were an issue for people coming over here. And I've put ground here instead of the river because I hated the river cutting through here. It was extremely annoying. My house is still over here. Now we're going to do something with this minecart twirling around in this thing once 1.6 comes out, but there's not much we can do with it right now, so it's really funny. You guys will love it. Alright, so let me go ahead and show you some of the new buildings we have up at spawn here. We now have a currency system on the server. Our currency now is gold ingots, so if you have gold ingots, they finally have a use. So you'll find these shops scattered around spawn. This one's for, like, equipment. Just, you know, pickaxes, shovels, axes, beds, saddles, and a few enchanted books that you can put on this kind of equipment. And an ender chest, which you can buy for $45. Now, it says $30 or $40. It actually means 30 iron, not iron ingots, 30 gold ingots. Or 40 gold ingots, or whatever. Like the shears are 1 gold ingot, so let's go ahead and buy one. You just click on the sign. You have bought 1 shears for 1 gold ingot. And if you notice, my total went down to 63. So, gold ingots are going to be very, very, very useful on the server from now on. And you can't break these signs, so you don't have permission. So you can't have people stealing these item frames, because those are real items in the frames there. So, they are safe from theft. Let's go ahead and buy another sword here, because I am quite low, but that's in the armory. You can buy ladders, chests, enchanted books. There's efficiency 5, fortune 3, silk touch 1, unbreaking 3. So nice enchanted books in here. And I adjusted the price based on how hard these things are to get or obtain, or how expensive the materials are. So let me go ahead and show you the armory over here on the other side of spawn. We're going to have to walk over because I'm in survival right now. I'm trying to do this as a regular player. Ruka Mario added all these mob heads around the pillars here, which is a nice touch. Yes, I know contents are free. And the armory is right next to the light altar. It's kind of behind it. It's kind of fortressy looking. I did the floor like that. I thought it looked kind of cool. So the armory has probably the most enchanted books out of everything. It's for armor and weapons, pretty much. So all the armor I'm selling here is diamond. Because if people are paying gold for this, I want them to get a good deal. So, diamond sword normal. Let's go ahead and buy one of those because mine is about broken. So, I have a diamond sword in my inventory, and these are infinite, so they'll never run out of stock. You can buy a normal bow. This is actually 1 stack of arrows for 15 gold ingots, so that's 64 arrows. Sharpness 5 enchanted book, protection 4, thorns, you know, infinity 1, really nice enchantments for your weapons and armor in here. That's the armory. And you just get gold ingots by, you know, just smelting down gold ore blocks. So I want people to have to work for these things. So let me go show you the new mall area, which is awesome. And the bar. So let's go ahead and run down this brand new pathway right here. And I'll get out of range of the beacon here in a second. Alright, this is our new mall area. We kind of made it look like a mall. It's pretty close to my house. It says welcome to Spawn Town Mall when you cross through. And there's little shops. This is for nether stuff. Potion ingredients primarily. And nether quartz, which is $1. I might increase the amount that you get though, because nether quartz isn't that uncommon. Potions of regeneration and health potions are the only 2 potions that you can buy over here. There's more potions at the bar across the street there. Blacksmith shop, I think all we have in there is an anvil. At the moment, we might add more. Now, the magical tool shops is a brewing stand and enchantment table. They're kind of pricey, though, because enchantment tables are very expensive to make. Obsidian diamonds and a book are not cheap materials. And the werewolf shop. So, with the werewolf plug-in, there's an easy way to turn yourself into a werewolf, and there's an easy way to cure yourself, but you have to work for it. So, if you want to buy a potion that'll turn you into a werewolf, it's $100. It's right here. And if you want to cure yourself from being a werewolf, it's 100 gold ingots right here. You just click on this. Like if I click on this now, it'll say I don't have 100 gold ingots to pay. It'll let you know if you don't have enough money. So you have to work for these two because they're kind of special. And I built this record shop, little music shop. Come on in. It'll say welcome to Spawn Town Record Shop, and you can buy all the records. So cat, I made them $20 each, which I don't think is too unreasonable. So this is all of them that are available in the game. It's better than him to go out and have a skeleton shoot a creeper. And you can buy a jukebox for $40. I'm not going to click on that because I don't want to deplete my ingots, even though I'm just using this as an example. This is the bookstore. So you can buy bookshelves, an empty map if you want to map the area, a book and quill so you can write in a journal, or just a plain old book is $1. We got more mundane stuff here, soup and bread, food. This is all primarily food over here. Specialty food shop, the junk food store, and fruit, which I think is just apples and a golden apple. Let's actually walk in here. Nope, it's watermelons. And the watermelon, you get several of them when you buy that, so. Veggie shop is a carrot and a potato. I know one of these has a golden apple, and I think it's a specialty food shop. So the golden apple and the golden carrot are both in the specialty food shop over here. So let me close the door. Let's walk over to the bar. I am really proud of this. I thought it turned out very nicely. You can even see all the bottles lining up, even though you can't break any of these item frames. They're protected. I got bar stools here. I love that lighting effect for the two pumpkins. That's supposed to be a jukebox. You can buy a lot of more potions here. Potion of swiftness. So I'm not selling splash potions of poison or harming in here because that's inviting trouble on a public server. But I do have a potion of weakness on here in case somebody wants to cure a villager from zombieism. That's useful for that. And we have a drinks plug-in. So you can order alcoholic drinks or milk or even Coca-Cola, and some of them will give you potion effects here. So this shows you all the commands that you can do to order a drink, and this does cost gold ingots. It hooks into the plugins that I have. So if you want to order tequila, you type /tequila. If you want to order a monster drink, I'm not positive what that does. I'm assuming it's the monsters that you can pick up in convenience stores and gas stations, so it'll probably give you like a speed boost. And to order coffee /coffee, I think that gives you a speed boost as well. I think beer is free. So let me go ahead and type beer here. Enjoy your drink. Yeah, you get nausea. Pretty much, you get drunk. So, and you drop a bottle there. So, that costs about 2 ingots there. It's like, whoa. I think I'm going to hurl. How long is this going to last? Oh, jeez, that must have been a strong drink. Come on, it was 1 drink. Oh. Let's order some milk and clear out the potion effects here. You can order milk. So just /milk. And that'll actually clear out any kind of negative drunkenness potion effects that you get. You do drop a glass bottle there. I think you can pick them up. Yep, you can. So it may be a good way to get some glass bottles. So, and it tells you all the commands here for the different drinks. Pretty much everybody has permission to use this. So, because I want this to be as open of a server as possible. And let me show you the new rail station in Minetopia. And a few of you who do live in Minetopia, you do have the griefer protection because there's a pretty obvious rail going to your place there. So griefers can't blow up TNT or pour lava or set fires or anything destructive like that. So Minetopia does have the protections. So just FYI, you're not going to be able to place TNT there or anything. I have a nice new rail station. I love these lights here. They look very nice. You can just hop in and hit that button. I've tested it. I'm not going to do it right now. We can stand it pretty up the rail a little bit more, but it's functional. It'll take you all the way to Minetopia, and you do get a welcome message once you go over there, which is really cool. I'm not going to do that today because it takes some time. Alright, so let me see what else is on the list here. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys how to lock your chest, so this should prevent theft issues. It's super easy to do. So let's say I'm going to put down chests and put my valuable stuff in here, my diamonds, my gold, and I'm afraid somebody's going to come around and steal it. So all you have to do to lock your chest is take a sign and put it on your chest. So now I'm the only person that can open this chest. Nobody else can access it. It'll say private, Iluvspidrs. So this is a great way to protect your stuff. Nobody else will be able to get into this chest, and you can't destroy the chest either. So if TNT blows up next to this chest, or if a creeper explodes, the chest will stay here. So it's complete chest protection. Now if you're in a multi-person household or something, or if you guys share a community chest or something, there's a way to add more users to a chest. You make this a double chest, and you put a second sign on. So it defaults to everyone, so now everybody can access this double chest. And if you just want it to be a couple of users, what you do is you click on the second sign here, and it says lock at sign selected. Use /lock at line number and text to edit. So the first thing you want to do is get rid of everyone on here. So let me actually click on it like this. Alright, lock at. Line number, we want to get rid of line number 2 and just leave that blank to take off everyone. Now let's say I want to add my friends onto here, so like 3 of us can use this chest. So now that the second line is gone, you want to click on this again. Not like that, but type lock at, line 2, and then friend 1. And you want to type their Minecraft username. So now me and friend 1 are allowed to get in this chest and nobody else. So I think I have to punch the sign again to select it. So type lock at, line 3, and then friend 2. If you want to add your second friend onto there, and you can add 3 other people onto these double chests here, so these double chests can be accessible to 4 people in all, so you guys out in Minetopia, if you share chests or anything like that, and you want to put more than one user on them, this is the method that you want to use. So let me go ahead and destroy this. Get my stuff out of there. So even if I leave this right out in the open, and just have my name on it, nobody else can get into it, so it is perfectly safe. I could have swore I had an axe. Yes, I do. You can lock doors this way too, but you can even lock jukeboxes and enchanting tables, although I'm not sure why you'd want to do that. So, just so you know, that functionality is there, and you can also make backpacks, which is excellent. So let me go ahead and give myself this for just demonstration purposes. Say you want to go on a long caving run, your inventory fills up pretty quickly. And just ignore all the extra stuff over there. I think what you do is you make a crafting table. So to make your backpack, put down a crafting bench. Put this down. You want to put a chest in the middle and surround it with leather. So just kind of an expensive recipe. And you get this thing that looks like a glowing chest here. It says backpack 54 or whatever. And to register it, you click any block with it. And it said registered backpack 2 because I've made one before. Now if I want to open up its inventory, I just set it down. Let's say I want to put this in my backpack and walk around with it through this cave because my inventory is filling up and everything should actually be inside the backpack and out of my inventory, so this frees up tons of inventory space. If I want to get the stuff back, I just take it back out. The backpack itself will take up 1 inventory slot, but I think that is well worth it. So we have a backpack plug-in now, so Cavers delight in this. Let me see if there's anything else here. And also, too, I've just temporarily taken off the Herobrine plugin because I had a player that got stuck in the Herobrine world and could not get out for several minutes, and they remained stuck there right before I shut the server down, so you should be able to get out of there now. You'll probably spawn back here. Yeah, be sure to read the rule boards in this section here. So I'm probably going to beautify spawn just a little bit more and put the server back up. Be sure to let me know in the comments there if you have any questions. If you want to read all the changes that you made, be sure to read the description. Click on the show more thing down on the bottom there, and it should tell you all the changes there and how to use them. So have fun playing on the server. Hopefully the griefing problems and the theft problems will be severely reduced. There's not much left that they can do. And I will see you next time.